So a few years back, I bought a DVD of Tai Chi, right? I thought, I'm getting in shape. Yeah, that worked out. It's just like Tai Chi thing, and it was cheap, whatever. It was like $5 in the bargain bin or something like that. So I bring the thing home and I stick it in, right? Okay. Now, the guy that does this, and it wasn't like this was from the 70s, but I swear to God, the guy was every bit a 70s kind of a guy, right? He had curly blonde hair, right, and a little mustache, like me, little mustache, and he had on some kind of little outfit, and so it came down in a V, so you could see some of the hair on his chest, and he had this little gold chain with this little medallion right here where you could see it, you know, and he was just, and he was all tanned and everything. You know, it was like the guy should have been a porn star, right? You just expect when they're doing Tai Chi, you're going to hear a wank, 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 you know, porn music or something, 70s porn music, right? So the guy's doing this Tai Chi, he is so mellow while he's doing this recording, right? And he's got these people who are demonstrating the poses and the exercises and stuff like this. And he's like, oh, that's great, Bill. Now I want you to extend your leg a little. That's great, Bill. Good. You know, like that lumber guy in Office Space, right? He's just mellow as hell. And then, okay, so all this is over, and he does a few exercises, right? And there are several episodes on this DVD. At the end of each episode, he sits down in this chair, and he says, you know, I think I'm going to check my fortune. And he grabs this fortune cookie and he opens it up, and it's got this fortune. It's obvious that he made up the fortune, and it was just, this is, you know, and it's real stupid stuff like, if you want good things to happen to you, you have to think good thoughts, and you know, that's what's true, and it was like, just, oh God, it's just, oh please. It was all I could do to sit through these things, right? Because this guy was so over the top, right? So I'm thinking about this, and I'm just thinking, this guy's just, there's no way. There's no way. And so I started thinking about, so what happens when this guy's not on camera, right? I mean, he's Mr. Mellow, Mr. Sweetness and Kindness while he's on camera. But what happens when the guy's not on camera, right? It's like, what happens if, just what if, right? So I'm just envisioning, right? So so somebody says cut, right? And then, so this is what happens, right? The guy's like, somebody get me a cigarette. Where's my scotch? Damn it, you know. Yeah. That's what I expect. He's a real jerk off camera, right? And then I started thinking, all right, so I could see this guy walking around the studio when he's not on camera with like a cigarette and a scotch, right? He's walking around. And then that sort of morphed into, wouldn't it be funny if the guy was a total lush, right? Off camera, he was like a real lush, right? And he's like, okay, we're going to do this. And then the idea morphed into, wouldn't it be funny if this guy had his own like cable access show, right? I don't know if they have that anymore, but it used to be that you could, you know, there were local cable channels in any community, and you could have your own 30-minute show for almost nothing, you know, if you bring your own camera or whatever. And it would be funny if this guy had his own cable access show doing this Tai Chi stuff, right? But he's like, he's a lush, right? While he's doing it, he's like smoking cigarettes and drinking booze, right? And he's like, he's doing his Tai Chi thing, right? It's like, now, make sure when you do the lotus pose that you make sure you properly hydrate. Hydration is very, very important. Don't make sure you drink enough now. You know, you imagine this on a cable access show, right? You tune in Tai Chi for the masses or whatever, Tai Chi with Bob or something, right? But what you get is Bob's like stumbling around trying to do Tai Chi. He's like face planting and stuff. Like, yeah. Okay, that didn't work out so well. Make sure you take a deep breath. Okay, good. I can just see this. Oh, it'd be so hilariously funny to have some guy, I couldn't do it, but I could just see this guy with a cable access channel just falling over. He's got some woman assistant with her, and as he falls, he grabs her boobs, you know. He's drinking scotch the whole time and just getting more and more snockered as the 30 minutes goes by. You tune in just to watch the guy fall down. I just thought it's one of those things that happens to me when I see something like this. I'm like, I start thinking of how it really, you know, this guy's so mellow he almost puts me to sleep on this DVD, and I'm just thinking, what would make this funnier? What would really spice this up? And that's what it would do. That's what would do it for me. So anyway, thanks for watching, and thumbs up, comment, and subscribe.